Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynett and this is a tourism channel where we talk about tourism, travel, all those amazing things, and now I'm throwing in a bit of lifestyle. Is this lifestyle? Story time? Okay, let's call it story time. Yeah, in this video I'd like to share about the tourism experience, how it has been so far for me during the COVID times. Hey, if in the tourism business, please come here and tell me, how have you survived? How is business working out for you? Are you switching jobs every time? Are you finding alternative incomes? Like, how is tourism working out for you currently in the pandemic? Because, hey, eh, yeah, for me it has been crazy. So I'm just going to share with you my journey from how it began last year, how things have maybe gone down, how they have gone up, my survival techniques, all those things, how it has been in the tourism business. Otherwise, if it's the first time on my channel and you like such content, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Let me know in the comment section what you think about these videos. Otherwise, let's dive right in. So, COVID happened last year, 2020, and some of the hardest hit industries was tourism. Honestly, tourism wasn't the only hit industry, There is agriculture, yeah, farmers, like things went, airlines also part of tourism. Schools were closed for the first time. In Uganda, taxis, which is public transport, had to shut down for the first time in ever since it was invented. And so many other businesses have had to shut down, to close. So me coming out here and venting, I'm not ignoring other aspects or other businesses that were actually also affected by the COVID. There were very many. I can't start to list them, but as they say, there's a Baganda proverb which says "Omutoja amanyi enkuba gyetonya," which means that where a young person knows is where it rains. So I'm going to talk about my experience because it's what I know. If you have your experience, you can let me know in the chat how COVID affected you, how it had to either sharpen you or dull you, what resolutions you came up with or you're still coming up with because it's still going on. So otherwise, my first thing, I had to do a lot of job changing. Before, like you can see from my bio or from my videos, I was doing travel content, doing marketing for travel sites, for lodges, content development, social media management, and everything, and working as a marketing manager for some tour companies. So when they locked down, all those jobs kind of came down. You can't tell your boss to pay you when you, for a fact, know that we have not had any foreign tourists coming into the country for the past 2 months. And most of the tour companies that I was dealing with were mainly handling foreign tourists. So that pushed me to switch jobs. So 2020, I spent it actually doing a lot of work with Worldwide Fund for Nature. If you're watching this and you work there or you've worked with them, let me know how your experience was. So 2020, that's where I was. It's also a tourism organization, but it's more into conservation, wildlife protection, ensuring that humans live in harmony with nature. So they do a lot of restoration of biodiversity, forests, rivers, all that. Plastic elimination, all that. So in 2020, I didn't do much of the travel business because there wasn't much either. So I had to branch out into the conservation business. So I worked with Worldwide Fund. And because of the skills I had acquired from this vlogging and content creation for other companies, I joined the company in the communications department. So I worked on their social media pages. I was creating videos for them, creating articles for them, all that. So that really, really kept me going for the whole of 2020. Otherwise, if I had not done that, honestly, I didn't have a survival means, So as the president was announcing a lockdown, or a partial lockdown or whatever in 2020, I had a small gig or small work with Worldwide Fund for Nature in Uganda. That went on. Then I got another contract with them. They had something called a new deal for nature and people. So I kept working with them till January 2021 when my contract ended. So there still, I didn't know what to do. The industry was kind of opening up, but still there were cases in different spaces. So I still didn't know much of what to do. So still, it needed me to bring out my different skills, because I was interacting with different tourism players. Many had sold off their cars, many had lost hope, many people were going into depression. Everything was becoming virtual. We're having virtual conferences, we're having virtual tours, and the real money is in the actual physical activity. So very many tourism players that I talk to, that I have been interacting with, have been really expressing a bit of depression, and anxiety from the fact that they don't know when things will get back to normal. Even when they opened the airport, still the business was still very low. So it still tasked us, or me as an individual, to still look out for what else can I be doing, And luckily, I had acquired some skills in social media management, and content creation. So I started doing more of that. And in February, I had also started my master's in business administration. So that gave me a chance to be recruited at Uganda Christian University as a lecturer. So I had never lectured before. But because of the master's that I'm doing, master's degree, and my background in tourism and the experience I've acquired over the years, that gave me a chance to be recruited as a part-time staff in this big organization. So still there, I got a bit of income flow. So from January, when I finished working with Worldwide Fund for Nature, in February, I got a small part-time job with a university, and I started lecturing there, lecturing the students, but still we got into another lockdown, So that lockdown had to push me further to see, okay, now what other skill can I add on to myself? What other activity can I do? What other income generating job or activity can I carry out? That's when I started making waist beads, jewelry, for the ladies, for the waists, because culturally we used to wear waist beads. And I had been reading about the history of waist beads and culture and how it's carried out in Uganda and Africa at large, because I see it a lot in West Africa. I was so shocked it's happening a lot in West Africa. So I started making the waist beads, which now is supplementing my income, because we had another lockdown where schools were closed again. So I could not lecture anymore, So it has been a very trying time, but it has been also a very testing time. I have friends who began baking. I have friends who began other businesses who were previously in tourism, but are now running bakeries, that are running, different other businesses from home as they supplement or as they wait for the tourism industry to pick up. I'm doing jewelry. I have some other friends who are doing some different types of jewelry, or who are making cups, who are doing different customized things. I have my girl who does Uganda Uncovered, but she's another job as well, So they're looking for all these alternatives through which they can survive. So tell me in the chat box, what have you done as a tourism player to survive during this lockdown or during this COVID wave of up and down? Business is back, it's gone, it's back, it's gone, and you don't know for certain when it will actually be back. So another thing is the fact that we're having a lot of virtual realities. We're having, everything is virtual expos, virtual tours, which don't bring in much, like I said. But I feel this would be a good opportunity for a company to put itself out there, in all these virtual spaces, which currently are not being highly sought after. So the tourism player, I believe, appearing in some of these virtual spaces can give you a bit of relevance as we wait for the industry to open. That's just my opinion. Then expanding your skill set and industry. God, we had to expand. Like I said, people have joined other industries. I have a friend who is now into insurance. He's being actually not one. I think 3 friends who are insurance brokers right now. I myself am looking for other opportunities in the industry. Don't have necessarily be in tourism. I'm looking for more opportunities in conservation, more opportunities in biodiversity, in climate change, in business, in marketing, I'm doing a bit of work for some pharmaceutical companies in their marketing departments. So I'm looking for how I can survive as wait for the industry to revive, and it's a very trying time, but it's also a very exciting and testing time, because here you get to try out all the skills you've ever thought of. If you have said, I've thought of baking, this is the time to try it out. The waist beads I've been making, I used to make them over in senior 3. I used to make jewelry in senior 3, holidays. And I had stopped. And now lockdown comes back and I look at these waist beads in the box and I'm like, wait, I think I can do something with them. And I'm actually getting some market from there. So on that note, if you're looking for waist beads for yourself, for your friends, for your family, for your friends, for your sisters, for your brothers, for yourself, check out my page. It's called West Bead Baby. The link is just over there. And also follow me on my Instagram, Nakamanya Lynett, so that you follow my different life activities. Otherwise, let me know how COVID has affected you as a tourism player. What have you been forced to do? What have you been forced to think about? What have you left, or what have you learned? How has it affected you? Because it has surely affected me. I don't know. Maybe you aren't affected. Lucky you. But it highly affected me, and it pushed me out into the world to explore other industries, to diversify my skill set. And do better and find ways to survive, because we still have to survive till when the pandemic will wear out, or till when we all get vaccinated. Otherwise, until next time. Wait, have you subscribed to my channel? If you have not subscribed to my channel, feel free to subscribe over there. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this video. Like, because when you like, the YouTube gets to know this is actually a good video. So if you have liked this video, please like. And until next time, bye bye.